You must first be consistent before you can become exceptional. And this quote by Alex Hormozy really resonates within me, especially when I think back to my early days. I always had an understanding that to achieve a specific task, I needed to, become consistent at putting in the reps. I needed to study every night. I needed to make sure that I'm focusing in class. And so from a very early age, I was able to really understand the importance of consistency. I never really had any idea of like why. I just, that's how I was raised. You got to study, you got to study, you've got to study. If you study hard enough, eventually you'll get the results that you want. And I'm quite fortunate in that regard because from a younger age, that's just how I've been brought up. That's just how I've been taught to approach things. And as a result, now I've been able to carry that same mindset from my earlier days from school, apply it to myself in university, and now apply it to myself working a full-time job while trying to build a business and also training at the gym. If you're also training at the gym, you'll realize that, sure, in the short term, you might not be able to see any progression, but if you keep staying consistent with the process, you'll eventually see some results. Now, why I'm speaking about this topic, I find so many people now, they have this flawed mindset that if they do the work now, if they commit 1 or 2 weeks to doing something, they should see immediate results. And what that does is it sets you up for failure because you're going into a task with a preconceived notion that if you do enough hard work for over a short period of time, you're bound to see some result. Now, some people might experience that, and those are the people who would typically document that. And so what that does is it now creates this false misconception for everybody else who's trying to achieve something in a short period of time. When we start looking to what other people are doing and what other people have done and seeing how quick they've achieved something, think perhaps of your favorite social media influencer. Last year they probably never existed on the internet, and now all of a sudden they've got millions of followers, earning millions of dollars, living that dream lifestyle that we all want to achieve. But what we don't see is the hard work that goes in the background. Sure, we can see their so-called immediate success, but a lot of the times it's done through being consistent with content, consistent with looking back and learning what's been working for me, what hasn't been working for me. But because social media has twisted our reality, twisted what we think is possible, everything is quick. We're only seeing the good. We're not seeing the hard work that goes in behind the scenes. And so as a result, we don't understand the concept of being consistent over a longer period of time to achieve significant results. What we just see is quick results, no consistency required, just a bit of hard work and luck. One thing that this has really done is it's gotten a lot of people used to this, I need to see quick results or it's not working. No one likes to buckle down now and get the shit done and be able to go 6 months without seeing any immediate results for it. And the truth is, it's not easy. If you work for 6 months straight, you want to have some sort of tangible achievement, something that you can look back on and say, oh wow, like my hard work is actually my hard work has created that thing. But that's where consistency comes in. That's where the concept of also delayed gratification comes in. It's like you need to put in the reps so that when you can look back in a year's time on the progress that you've currently achieved and the success you have, it's not because of the work you're doing in that moment, it's the work that you've done in the lead up throughout the year. If you are not consistently putting yourself and applying yourself when times are easy, when times are hard, when you get that lucky strike, you might not be prepared to handle it. You might not be prepared to have the resources available, the systems set up, the knowledge, the skills to be able to deal with that. And so all of a sudden now, you're no longer able to make use of that fortune you've stumbled across. However, if you consistently put in the work, you learn new skills, you learn from your mistakes, you're able to keep working without the expectation that you're going to have some quick, immediate result, then you'd be in a great position at that time to take advantage of that luck, because you'd have everything set up. You now have new skills. You know how to handle whatever it is that you've been blessed with. The same thing with the gym. You know, you don't walk into the gym after 2-3 weeks and expect to now all of a sudden, have gained 4 kilos of muscle. Once again, you don't also start a fat loss phase and within 1 month expect to have achieved your goal of like losing 10 kilos when in reality it took you years to put on that 10 kilos. It just does not work like that. You need to put in the reps. You need to learn. That is how you become more confident in your ability to achieve things. That's how you develop self-confidence, that self-belief. It's by applying yourself day after day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Even when life just feels like it's punching you in the face every single day, you're not seeing any benefits of the work you're putting in. Stick with the process, because when you get that lucky day, when something, of fortune comes your way, you want to be able to say, I've worked so hard for this moment. Now is the time that I can realize my reward. You don't want to say, oh shit, I never done the work because I wasn't seeing immediate results, but now I've got this thing and I'm not ready to take it on, and you start stressing and panicking because you're just not prepared for it. Be prepared now, even if it means working 12-hour days, even if it means sacrificing stuff to be consistent with whatever it is that you're working on. Whether it's you're working on your business, whether it's working on your physique, whether it's working on pursuing, a career, whether it's studying hard for university or, a degree that you're doing, whether you're still in school and you're still, just studying, maybe approaching HSC. Be consistent with whatever it is you're doing. Learn from the mistakes. Learn what works, learn what doesn't work. Apply yourself moving forwards. That's the only way you will see true success. That's the only way you will build your self-confidence, because you know that you're able to work hard without the expectation of a result. Once you're able to develop that mindset, once you know that I can work hard without expecting a result, life becomes so much easier. Because now your expectations are so low, you're not going to feel stressed out when things seemingly don't go your way, because you have no expectations, because you've reduced your expectations, because you no longer expect quick results. And so if you have lower stress, you're then able to apply yourself a lot more effectively with whatever it is you're trying to go, but you're also able to have a positive effect on other people around you. If you're the person who is seen as stressed all the time, nobody's going to want to gravitate around you, because you're just going to give off that stressful energy to everyone else. However, if you're the person with the calm head, in any tough situation, you can remain level-headed, collected, you're going to attract people. People are going to want to surround themselves with you. That's the sort of person you want to be. So with that said, if you're working on something now and you haven't seen immediate results with it, so what? You need to be consistent before you can become exceptional. There's no way about it. Do the hard work now. Keep putting in the reps. Learn from what works. Learn from what doesn't work. That way, when fortune comes your way, you are prepared to take full advantage of it. You are prepared to make the most of it and, excel whatever it is you're trying to excel. You're then able to build that future that you've worked so hard for. Just don't expect things to come easy in life.